It's heritage meets power right here at the first Nissan track day featuring the all-new Z and new GT-R. Now, you're wondering why I have a helmet in hand. It's because we'll be lapping those two vehicles later on. But for now, it's a bit of a history lesson to find out how those two Nissan sports cars have a direct link towards its past. That would mean things like the R32 Skyline, the R33 Skyline, as well as the second generation Fairlady Z. Let's stop for a moment and admire the fact that both the Nissan Z and the GT-R exist. And of course, they both hark back to their heritage of Nissan opting to do things that others don't. Now, it begs the question, are they good to drive? Well, both Nissan sports cars score high in just about every department. Both have a wide breadth, and for that, will satisfy just about everyone from the hardcore enthusiast to the casual speed freak. The track day started out immediately with a big daddy, the new Nissan GT-R. To recap, the 2024 GT-R gets more cosmetic tweaks. Regardless of the changes, they're so subtle it takes a 2022 model parked next to it to make the new bits stand out. Pre or post facelift, however, it's not pretty. If you're looking for any sort of feminine curves here, there aren't any. It's about as sexy as Michelle Rodriguez. And on that point, that's the sort of performance you get with the GT-R. It's the sort of car you'll have to treat with respect. Bitch slap it and I'll bitch slap you back. It goes crazy in a straight line and even crazier through corners. The level of mechanical grip is just staggering that you're pulling a lot of speed, especially for the brave. Even a late lounge through one of the tighter corners of CIS won't be enough to upset it. And the brakes, boy the brakes, they get you out of trouble every time. No doubt about it, the GT-R is a track weapon with a license plate. It requires a certain kind of mentality to fully extract, a mental state I honestly don't have. This isn't about driving fun in an emotional sense, it's about knocking down seconds off a lap time. Its appeal is down to the brutal speed and almost unlimited levels of grip. If you spin one around, it's probably because your driving skill isn't enough to tame the beast. It's a car you need to treat with respect. Now, whereas the GT-R is like a broadsword, the new Nissan Z is a rapier. Instead of being engineered to chase down lap times, the Z is all about driver involvement and emotional engagement. In short, it's a partner of equals, an approachable, attainable sports car. The tried and tested FM platform has been tweaked, but its underlying Grand Tourer character remains. True enough, it neatly capitalizes on this soft suspension setup to intimately communicate with the driver regardless of its skill level. Body roll in pitching tells you exactly what you're doing, from how much grip that's left to how much you're applying the throttle and the brakes. Nissan calls the Z a dance partner, and it's a label it lives up to. There's great predictability and control, and movements are kept in tight check that quick corner transitions don't upset the chassis. The brakes are also a great bit, since the latest Z uses performance sports pads. Great as the Nissan Z's handling is, the most transformative aspect is its engine. Eschewing the previous Z's normally aspirated V6, the new twin-turbo makes up for big increases in power and torque. Better still, because peak torque comes in early, it takes just a jab of the throttle to send it rocketing away. Turn off the traction control and it doesn't take much to send the tail whipping about. Now, typically slush boxes aren't that great for the track, but the 9-speed automatic here is smart enough to hold gears and downshift upon braking. It even makes the entire package more friendly in that newbies can spend their time perfecting their racing lines and braking first. Purists, however, can still opt for a 6-speed manual as a no-cost option. Because of its carryover platform, park the 370Z next to the new Z and you'll still see that it shares the basic hardpoints. Compared to the GT-R and its angry look, this one's a head-turner. Imagine your fantasy dance partner and turn him or her into a sports car, and that's pretty much the Z. Sexy, prim, sporty premium, retro, modern, it's everything and anything all at once. Both the Nissan Z and the GT-R have earned the irk of the internet due to the ages of their platform. But you know what? Who cares? The fact of the matter is they're so good, you'll forget about what's underneath.
We indeed had such an exhilarating time right here at the Clark International Speedway. It truly shows to us that heritage meets power in the all-new Z and the new GT-R. Now, in the world where electrification seems to be the buzzword, Nissan has proven to us that they dare to do the impossible. They've actually come up with vehicles which are honest-to-goodness real world-beating sports cars. Now, the new Z is available for order starting in October, whereas the new GT-R is available right now at Nissan high-performance dealerships nationwide.